Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Joseph, aka J with the Grits, and you already know I'm here with my man Leon. What's going on, Leon?
What's good, bro? How's everything, man?
Everything's good. We definitely wanted to come and give everybody another dose of that grits on the go. Part of the Morning Grits podcast. We got the grits on the go just to keep everybody up to date of what's happening right now. And we already talked about a little bit about the first round of the playoffs, Leon, in the NBA.
Yep.
And now, game 7, we had 2 game 7s back to back. You had the Jazz versus the Denver Nuggets, which was a crazy game. Then
Right.
you had another game to back it up, game 7, which was OKC versus the
Mhm.
Rockets. Yo, what is it about game 7s traditionally in the NBA that when it's game time, and I'm talking about a game
Yeah.
7, is when it's really game time?
Yeah, man.
Both teams always tend to bring it, man. It's always exciting.
Man, I'll say, man, Dallas and Utah, bro, one of the best games. I mean, it's not one of the best because I've seen some great ones. Lakers and
Right.
Portland, Lakers and
Celtics.
Sacramento,
Yeah, that
Lakers
too.
and Celtics. I've seen great game 7s, but I think that Utah and Denver was up there. I mean, you had 2-star point guards. You had two-star guards that were just bringing it, bro. Like I have to say this. I have a newfound respect for Jamal Murray.
Baller.
Newfound respect. I did not know that dude can ball like that. Like I know he was good, and I was like, okay, he's there. I'm trying to figure out, okay, he's a cool point guard. Why should he be in the league? Man, this dude is a beast. He is the new franchise, franchise of the Denver Nuggets. It's not the Joker. Right. This way, I mean, I was extremely impressed with Jamal Murray, bro. And I have to say that, it was an amazing game 7. I did pick Utah to win. They let me down. They was up 3-1, bro.
But that wasn't a bad pick though, especially because the way that Donovan Mitchell was playing. Like Donovan Mitchell averaged over 40 points, bro, in the whole series. I mean, he had 50-point games. He had 40-point games. Both of these players were shooting over 50% from the three. They were shooting over 50% from the field. I mean, when you come and you look at these 2 young stars who are going to take over the league, who are the future of the NBA, you got to believe that the NBA is definitely in good hands, man. That's for real.
Man.
You couldn't go wrong with that pick at all. That was a good pick.
Yeah, you couldn't go wrong with that. I think that I'm glad Denver won. Only because I think they're a better matchup for the Clippers.
Okay, size-wise or just depth?
Size-wise, depth-wise, and number 2 and 3 going at it. That's going to be a good series. Clippers were kind of exposed playing Dallas, and I think that they have a lot of defensive flaws that I didn't know that they had watching them play against Dallas. And mind you, I felt that Dallas was a better team had they stayed healthy. But unfortunately, Porzingis tore his meniscus. I don't know how. He injured every year, but I did say that they will win barring injury. And they came up short. But Clippers are still out. Nothing to take away from the Clippers, but, I think that Denver is a better matchup for the Clippers versus Utah.
Yeah.
Because I think,
the Clippers definitely have something to worry about.
Right.
If you think about Denver being down in that series, and the way that they stepped up their whole defensive intensity, and then the way that Jamal Murray just kind of took over games, really built up a lot of confidence for the team. Gary Harris coming back to play was something definitely beneficial for him because it did make him a little bit deeper, And then you got the resurgence of like Michael Porter Jr. kind of getting his name in there and kind of balling a little bit too to kind of, you know what I'm saying, like shooting the 3 well. The team could go inside to the Joker. They pass the ball very well. They don't have a lot of turnovers. That's something that the Clippers going to have to really – the Clippers going to have a problem.
Damn.
The Clippers will have a problem.
Yeah.
And do not be surprised.
Yeah. What? Oh, here you go.
Do not be surprised. Do not be surprised. You know what?
Okay.
You normally do this, but I'm about to do it right now today. This time.
Take over, bro. Do it.
You heard it here first on Grits on the Go, courtesy of Morning Grits. Do not be surprised if the Denver Nuggets defeat the LA Clippers in 6 games because they are that good. Second round matchup, the Denver Nuggets will beat the Los Angeles Clippers to go to the
Woo!
Western Conference Finals.
You
You heard it
said it.
here.
Okay. But you know what? I would agree with you.
Okay.
I agree with you on that one. I think that they have everything, all the pieces, and I think they're in a good hot position. Like they elevated their game to a whole nother level in this series.
Right.
Just not falling short, hitting shot for shot. Jamal Murray emerged as a face, as a leader of that team. And then when you have the Joker playing at the epic, at the top of his game, they're hard to beat. They're hard to beat. And I don't think that they have anybody to really deal with the Joker in this series because they lack size. They play a lot of small ball, which still plays in Denver's pace because they play fast. So I agree with you, bro. I mean, not selling the Clippers short. Now, Paul George, I have to admit, he did pull it together the last couple of games. He did, like you said he would. And, do I still think he's a great player? Absolutely. But I want to see more of that. I mean, for them to be successful, it just can't be Kawhi. It has to be him and Kawhi. It has to be a tandem. And if they don't, so.
Yeah, well, my bad. I mean, it kind of cut you. You were saying like if they don't get that tandem, if they don't, play well together, Kawhi and George, what's gonna happen?
Well, they're going to fall short.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, if you have those two players at the top of the game, it's nothing that Denver can do. Because they are just really that good. You're gonna have to outscore the Clippers. Defensively, I don't think that they're as good as they thought that they were. They had supposed to have been the number one defensive team in the league. They wasn't. It was actually the Raptors, Boston, Bucks, Lakers are even better defensively than they are. Yeah. And that they couldn't stop one man. They couldn't stop boy from the Mavericks.
Luka, your boy Luka. Yeah,
Luka was putting on a show on those guys. Take it. There ain't nothing you can do. So I was taken by that. I was like, now you have the two best defensive wings in the game. Couldn't do that with them.
You can't. And the only thing is this: if Kawhi, like you said, if Kawhi and Paul George really put it together defensively and offensively, right? They say it's like the modern day Jordan and Pippen, the way that they just play the wing together, right? Not making a comparison like that, like they're just on that level, but they're making a comparison actually like they are on that level. Because Kawhi is a silent sleeper. Like Kawhi will give you that 30 points a game average for the series, and you won't even know it. And he'll just eat your heart out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But offensively, and I think that was the biggest point that you made, was that Denver has to outscore the Clippers. The Clippers are the number one scoring team right now, averaging 126 points per game in the playoffs. Right behind it is the Lakers. But one team that does play defense that has been underrated for defense is the Houston Rockets. The Houston Rockets are the number one team since being in the bubble at playing defense. There is no team better at locking up the defense than the Houston Rockets. The way that they played today in this game 7, I really thought OKC was going to win. I called OKC to win the game. I thought CP3 was going to come through. And they came up short. It was so close. And I wanted it. And I wanted him to take the last shot too. I did. I wish they would have, really gone kind of screen and roll on the last play of the game. Yeah.
No, you're absolutely right. I still think that the Houston Rockets have a long way to go because I felt that OKC was a better defensive team.
Mm.
during the whole playoffs because they were the underdogs. And man, when they locked up, they locked up. It's just they didn't have it this game. And then you know what the saying is. What the saying is for Game 7s. Anybody can win.
Anything.
It's anybody's
Yeah.
game on the Game 7. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
And so and moving on, I don't want to spend too much time on them, but I think that Denver has the potential to win. I think it is going to go to 6 or 7 games.
Okay.
I do think the Clippers are going to pull through. I'm going to
Okay.
pull for the Clippers. I think they're going to win in 7
Ooh.
7 games. I think it's going to
Okay.
go to full 7. And then the Lakers, I feel like Lakers got Houston's number. And
do you think that Houston got worn down from this series?
Yes.
Do you think that this series is going to affect Houston in the
Yes.
Lakers Houston series?
Think about it. I'm a little scared, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm a little scared because Lakers had a long layoff. They hadn't played
they did
all week.
Yeah.
Houston is gonna be tired because they got to play Friday.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole tired thing, I don't really buy it no more because they're in a bubble. They go to their hotel. Right. There's no travel. There's no planes. There's no nothing. So it's just go to your hotel, rest up. I just hope the Lakers are fresh or they don't get stale because they've been not playing for so long. But I do definitely think that it works in the Lakers' advantage. I think that AD is going to have a monster series. I think LeBron is going to have a monster, and I think KCP and Kuzma are definitely going to step up too. They're going to step up, and so any extra outside of that is a bonus for us.
Man, Lakers got this in 6.
Yeah, Lakers in 6. Lakers in 6. I definitely think Lakers in 6. And so, man,
we happy about. Yo, your boy is back. Your boy Playoff Rondo is back. I know you're gonna be happy about that, bro. Playoff Rondo is coming back to play with the Lakers in round 2.
It's a wrap. We needed that extra. We need that tenacious defender. Those extra eyes on the court, that playoff experience, that championship experience. It's so many things that come with Rondo as a package. If he's not scoring, he's facilitating. He's in somebody's ear. No, you need to be here. He's orchestrating the whole deal, and he has that ability.
He's another coach on the floor.
So you got 2 coaches. Yep. And I guarantee he's going to be in the game at the end of the game because of the experience. He's been there before. He's made big shots. He's championship tested. And, man, I'm excited for Rondo to come back, man. I think watch out for the Lakers, bro.
Watch out for the Lakers. Watch out for Jimmy Butler. Watch out for Jimmy Buckets. You talk about experience. Jimmy Butler got the Miami Heat up 2-0 right now against the Bucks. And I did call it, and y'all did hear it first from your boy JWitTheGrits. I got Miami winning the series anyway. I got Miami winning the series in 6 games. So it ain't nothing new when I'm talking crazy like this, because I ain't really talking crazy. I'm just spitting facts. So their offense is something that – and it was a close game today, but that's one because Jimmy Butler didn't really have a good game. He was in foul trouble most of the game. But when it came down to late in the game, he was definitely on the court. He got back into the court with about 8 minutes left and played the whole rest of the game. Their offensive flow, the way that they run a motion offense, the way that they set down screens, the way that they come around a curl to hit the 3, the way that they find the open man. When Jimmy Butler is on the court, they are so unselfish on offense. When he's on the court, they step up to another level to the defense where they smother their opponent. They get in their chest, man. Watch out. The Heat might be going to the finals.
Man, bro, they might be going to the finals, bro. When I say I am so impressed with the Heat, and they're just putting together great games. They figured it out. They figured out how to guard Giannis. Their defense, to me, is on a whole nother level. They completely have taken Middleton out of the series. I don't know APB out on Middleton. They're getting it done. I mean, they're getting it done, and they you could tell that they just wanted more. And Giannis, like I said, I am looking for him to be up and out of the Milwaukee because he's not gonna. He just don't have enough firepower. Just playing by himself, it's not enough. You need another all-star, superstar type caliber player to compete. Look who's coming up. I mean, Miami is defying the odds. But next year you're gonna have Kyrie, KD.
They coming back.
Arguably,
yes.
KD is probably the best player in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, he has no off. His only flaws is defense, and he's gotten better. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, KD is an assassin, bro. Like it's nothing anybody can do to KD to stop KD. Only person that can stop him is himself. So you have all these great teams that are gelling together, like Boston, emerging superstar. You got Brown and you have Tatum. They're emerging as superstars now. They're emerging.
Yes, major.
And so right before our eyes, these two guys, they're emerging to be superstars. And so, man, unless Milwaukee pull off a blockbuster trade.
But let me ask you, Leon, like, is it Milwaukee's fault that they don't have the pieces, or is it Giannis is too soft? Because like when they talked to Giannis, bro, they talked to Giannis after the game on the first game, and he wasn't even guarding Jimmy at all when Jimmy went off for 40 points. And so they're asking Giannis about guarding Jimmy Butler, and he's like, why would you ask me that question? They're like, well, you weren't guarding him in the game at all, right? They said, when are you going to guard him? Do you want that challenge? He said, I'll do whatever coach tells me. When you are the number one player on your team, you want to do what coach tells you to do, but you want to be like, I can lock down Jimmy anytime, put me on Jimmy the whole game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to see that superstar go at another superstar to say he's going to shut him down, especially after you just got Defensive Player of the Year, which AD probably should have won anyway.
Right. That's another story. But as you say, your golden child is not, and I don't put a lot of blame on him because, bro, he literally, I mean, Bledsoe has disappeared. He's not. I don't know what happened to Bledsoe. I don't know if it's barring injury, but he is a non-factor in these two games. He's not the same when he was with the Suns or when he was behind Chris Paul. When he played, remember when he was Chris Paul playing behind Chris Paul? He was a monster. Even with the Suns, he was. Milwaukee is just. He seemed like he's just a shell of who he used to be. Because this guy used to be the quickest point guard in the game. I mean, his speed was unparalleled. Yeah. He can get to the rack. You got George Hill and Lopez, Middleton, decent players, but Middleton got to be better. Middleton need to be that second enforcer. If Middleton is scoring 10, 15 points, it's not good enough. Giannis can't do it by himself. I mean, I think that and you could tell he's tired right now because he made a dumb mistake at the end of the second game, bro. The foul where he pushed Jimmy and Jimmy got 2 free throws to win the game at 0 seconds. They were right there. As bad as
I didn't think it was a foul, though. When he challenged for that shot, I didn't think it was a foul. I didn't think he touched him.
But he was still in. Oh no, his whole hand was on him. They reviewed it quite a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, it was on him, and he pushed him. I'm like, that's why he was on the side, just like rolling his hair. Like I can't believe I did that. I can't believe that I did that. It was tie game. Wow. Jimmy hit the free throw. That was it because there wasn't no more time on the clock.
That first one that he shot to Jimmy, I didn't think it was gonna go in. Yeah, I was bounced on the rim a couple times.
But when he done that, everybody knew he had won because there was no time on the clock at that point. So,
you think the Bucks are going to come back? You think they have a chance to kind of even up the series, make it 2-2, make it interesting? You already picked the Bucks, right? You know what I'm saying? So you got them playing the Lakers in the finals. But do you think the Bucks can come back in the series right now, being deflated?
Yeah, absolutely. I just think that they need to. Like I said, this was their game that they gave away. It should have been 1-1. Because they were leading up until it's just I gotta give Miami the credit. I didn't know that they were this good, but I think that it's still possible. But Giannis needs help from somebody.
Yeah,
Eric Bledsoe, Middleton got to be that guy. He needs help.
He's
And
an
so
all-star. He has to step it up.
Yeah, think about if Middleton had got his normal 20 to 25 points, they would have won.
It would be a different type of outcome. Yep.
Right. So, I think that it's going to go 6 or 7. I think that Milwaukee's going to get a couple games, in the next couple games, and I think they are tied at 2-2. I really do.
Yeah.
I think they're going.
Oh wow! So 2 in a row, huh? Okay.
2 in a row.
That would be good to see. Hopefully the Raptors could do the same things. They down 2-0 in the bubble to the Boston Celtics.
I'm gonna say this, man. Raptors are not gonna get a game, and you know why I say that, bro?
They about to get swept.
Siakam is out there looking like a rookie. Like, why do he keep spinning into players? Like, bro, adjust your game. Like, he puts his head down, he goes, and it seemed like he can't adjust. He just barring into people, and I think he forced it too much in this past game. I think he forced it. They shut him down. I think he have no clue of what to do. I think he has no clue on what to do. Just looking at the game, I'm like, he looked confused. Like, he looked like he don't know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? And so that separate the superstars from the all-stars.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is too.
Yeah.
You know, you're separating the superstars from the all-stars. Because I thought at least, with Kyle Lowry, Siakam, Serge Ibaka, Van Fleet, they got a couple Anunoby. They got a couple other guys that are long, wing defenders. That's what you always talked about, long wing defenders,
right.
Creating a lot of trouble, especially what the Raptors have and them being better than what they were last year, especially with Kawhi when they won the championship. You would think at least, and this Boston team's been tested. Jason Tatum has been in this situation for the 3rd year now. So this is not like it's the first time that he's been in the playoffs. They had that run as his rookie year, right? When they were going for the Eastern Conference Finals, right? They didn't make it to the championship, but he's had, some scars. He's had some bruises. He's grown. He worked out with Kobe, so he had a chance to really refine his game. Jaylen Brown has kind of stepped up, as you mentioned earlier, emerging their game. So you got another 2 players that are on the wing, kind of like Kawhi and kind of like Paul George. You got Jaylen Brown and you got Jason Tatum.
Yeah. And I think that Tatum, man, that boy,
he's special.
He's a special talent. You're starting to see it. He's starting to. You could tell this right now. The game has slowed down for him, and that's once the game slowed down for you, and you not moving. As rookies, the game's so fast, and you kind of catch your breath. But he's playing at his own pace. You could tell the game is completely leveled for him.
He knows he's that good.
Yeah, he's picking it. He's picking spots now wherever he wants to. He's out there doing Kobe fadeaways. You know what I'm saying? And Jaylen Brown, all these guys, they have been through the storm. I think they 3-year vets now. They've had success at a young age.
Right. Yep.
And so I think that they're gonna sweep the Raptors, bro. They're gonna sweep the Raptors. They're gonna sweep the Raptors.
My bracket's looking good, bro.
Your brackets is looking good. Mine is looking messed up. I'm messed up right now, but that's okay. But I think it's gonna be in Miami and Boston. In the final. I do think it's gonna be Miami and Boston. Miami, Boston, Lakers and Clippers.
Yeah, you already know I picked Miami and Boston to be in that Eastern Conference Finals. And I picked Los Angeles versus Miami to be in the final. The Lakers versus Miami Heat to be in the final. So the Rockets, I don't think really have a chance. Like you said, 6 games. The Clippers, so Lakers versus Denver, man. And that's where we're at. Denver.
That's huge. That's huge. That's major because. Man, I think it's gonna go. I think I think Lakers gonna really dominate Houston. I really think that they will, but I think Clippers and Denver is gonna go 7. Man, that's gonna be a good series. I can't wait, bro. I can't wait. I really can't wait. And like I said, this is It's been special, man. This is one of the reasons why I wanted the NBA to come back, because it's really been special. I think a lot of players, teams have been able to bond, get that team camaraderie going, that cohesiveness amongst teams, because you ain't got nowhere to go. You got to see your teammate. And I think that this have worked well for Denver, worked well for Clippers. I think teams are very closer than they've ever been. And so you could see it out on the court, even Chris Paul and his team. Chris Paul had them boys playing. Shout out to Chris Paul, man. He was just maybe one shot game winner away from being into the semifinals, man. And what he done for that team is nothing short of amazing. He had them guys playing, and I know how bad he wanted it. He didn't even shake nobody's hand. He walked off the court. Because I think there's still some
saltiness,
some saltiness going on with Houston. But at the end of the day, Chris Paul did his thing. Much respect to him. But congratulations to the Houston Rockets. I think James Harden, him and his game sevens, bro, he disappeared.
Oh man, he disappears, Adrian.
Yeah. So that's just one of the things, bro. And like I said, that's my bracket. I think Lakers gonna be Lakers in Boston.
Lakers in Boston. All right, well, we shall see, y'all. And we want to thank y'all for tuning in to the Grits on the Go, another episode we wanted to give to you guys. So, like I said before, you never know when we're gonna pop up. We might be a little, here, we might be there, but definitely tune in to the Morning Grits podcast as well. We bring you a podcast every week on YouTube. It will be on Spotify, also Apple Podcasts, everywhere that you can go get your podcasts. But definitely tune in. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button for us and let us know. Are you with the Grits?
Are you? Let us know.